This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. And the Utes about to kick it away and get this season started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Bearcats offense will get the ball first. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
The give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Punt is on its way. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. So Utah's offense will go to work for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And
there he goes! All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Got a man. It's Allen. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. They'll put it in play from the 27. First down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got an open man. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Using his legs, it's Rodgers. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utah! One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Kansas State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in the Little Apple. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been those K-State fans who will enjoy this win. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now on the move. Keeps it himself and gets the first. And he slides down and gets just enough to move those chains. Red pass, it's complete. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field and this might be coming back. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. Handoff from the shotgun. Can't get him to the ground. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. And the Utes have pushed it inside the 20. To throw, it's Dampier. They've got the screen set up. Makes a man miss. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The pitch. Turning it on. Quick step and go. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. And the Bearcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Allen. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Caldwell. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. On the move.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well,
Back's going for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bearcats.
And Reese, no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Hand off from the gun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He'll do it himself. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Utes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On his way back from the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the tailback. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. And the Utes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll pull it on the read. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They punt it away on 4th down. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Here comes the offense back onto the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Caught in the backfield, it's Walker. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Makes the grab.
Well, they execute the in route, and how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Back to pass, it's Dampier. On target. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? He'll take it himself. Slithers into space. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Utes can really attack on this 2nd and short. The play action fake. He'll take the deep shot. And incomplete on the deep ball. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They just keep firing. Under fire. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Works the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And that is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. Right down the middle. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's got his man. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
With the catch, it's Bentley. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Right down the boulevard. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
The Bearcats will kick it off to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Snags it over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. He's got him. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. The Utes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun. Give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Utes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Minus as well give it to him again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Marshall looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Thundering Herd. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Heck of a showing. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Hard running, and runs through another one. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. To the air, it's Sorsby. Gets it out quickly. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. Quick completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now on 2nd down. The inside handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Bearcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for room, it's Walker.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. It's now a 1-possession game, 16-10. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And the QB sneak has been around for 4,000 years. Obviously some exaggeration, but so hard to stop. Quarterback gets it, starts to burrow behind that offensive line, and now you got the push behind with these guys. It's almost impossible to stop.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. This drive has been sharp. They've moved the chains a couple of times. Now 1st and 10 from the 42. He'll keep it himself.
Yeah, and how about the QB? Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
And the Utes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. The Utes send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Off the play fake on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Off play action. Makes the grab. It's Caldwell. Brings into the open. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the 1st down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Bearcats are on the move. Quick release by the QB. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's Pryor. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Off play action on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Pryor. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. 4 wide receivers spread out on 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Bearcats will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bearcats! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The run from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Snagged out of the air. There he goes. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Pulls it and fires to the left. He breaks a tackle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll run the sneak for it. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Here comes the heat. Escapes trouble. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I love the effort, and there's no quit in this defense. First guy misses, second guy misses, no problem. We've got extra bodies and hats flying to the quarterback, and they're able to get the sack.
The Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna run it. It's Parker. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And they have converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Escapes trouble. Makes the catch. It's Parker. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. And the Utes will punt it away on 4th down. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the tight end. The handoff, keep working on that clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Bearcats will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Quickly out to the tight end. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. The Utes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they're not on the same page there. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it on the outside. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Utes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Sends it back in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Can't hit his man in the end zone. The 2-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the 4th. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. To the air, it's Sorsby. It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Got his man to the left. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Royer. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle, it's Caldwell. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. The offense coughs it up. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Turning it on. And this feels like the exclamation point. The defense with a scoop and score.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver getting open and making the catch, but now you got to secure the football. You know there's going to be guys coming trying to rip it free. They did it. They scooped it. They scored. That's a play he's going to learn from.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. West Virginia dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from Tavon Austin to Stedman Bailey, I think we may have just seen the next great one emerge. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This is why Rice Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Bears the pressure. Slips a tackle. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. After this, it'll be a wrap. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Deep shot for the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little